thank you for inviting me over to take care of you today. I'm here to help you work through some homesickness feelings. Homesickness is something that we all endure at one time or another in our life. We often feel this feeling as children when we go away to a sleepover for the first time, or even more after the first time we feel it. We also might feel homesickness when we move away from home for the first time. And this is very, very normal. And we can even feel homesickness as adults, leaving our own homes and being far away from home, or simply just missing our family and our friends and our loved ones and our pets. So today we're going to do some things that might help ease the suffering of homesickness. I have brought with me a variety of items just to help soothe you and relax you and really comfort you. I invite you to take any item that is special to you, that reminds you of home, reminds you of somebody you love and that you're missing, and go ahead and hold that close with you now as we go through this little exercise together, this meeting together. Bring that close to your heart and snuggle with it, or just have it nearby where you can see it. Sometimes having a transitional object like that is very, very helpful. And for me, a grown woman with a child of my own, I still have a couple items that are like that for me. I still have my baby blanket that has gone with me everywhere I have lived. And there were times in my life where I liked to snuggle with it still. I also have a special shirt that was my father's shirt that I sometimes still snuggle with occasionally too if I really am feeling sad and down and lonely. So I'd like for you to grab that object now, and we're going to start by lighting a candle. For this, we have this lovely candle, and it's called Indian Summer, but it has a very warm, almost autumn scent. Okay, and we do this just to help set the atmosphere. And of course, it smells so warm and cozy, and that helps relax us as well. I also have some relaxing lavender spray that I will spray for you in just a little bit. I'm also going to brush your hair just very gently and lovingly, just to sort of further relax you. And then I'm going to just brush your face a little bit here. Nothing too much, but again, just helping you fall further into a relaxed state where you can really feel comforted and connected to the people that are in your heart. But first, we're going to start by making us some peppermint tea. Would you like some of that? All right, so let's do that and we'll be back. would like to brush your hair, if that's okay. Can I do that for you? All right. So, what I wanted to say is that homesickness, the thing about being homesick is that it will pass. It's time that helps you move forward, and it's time that helps heal that little wound that you feel. Things that we can do when we feel homesick. Well, there's many things, in some ways we can try to stay busy. If you are in a new place, it might be difficult to make new friends and stay busy that way. But if we can stay busy, that helps quite a bit. But also, calling our loved ones can help us a lot too. Calling them or texting our loved ones can be really helpful. Sometimes just talking to them and hearing their reassurances can be very helpful as well. For me, when I first moved away to college, and I didn't even move that far away, I got very homesick. I moved away to a big city. I moved in with roommates I didn't know. I met them on Craigslist. It turned out to be wonderful, but it was very difficult. And there were times, even though I was working and going to school full time, there were times where I felt very lonely and very sad. So I would call home a lot. We did text back then, but maybe not as much as we do now. And in the evenings especially was very hard. After the day is done, after your classes are over, when you get home in the evenings, that's when it might set in. And you might find that it's difficult to fall asleep. And that's when I would always call home just to talk and check in. I'd call my mom, and I would even want to talk to my little brother, who's only 2 years younger than me, but he was still at home, and I even wanted to talk to him, which was interesting because we wouldn't talk like that normally. But when you move away from home, it's very different, isn't it? And sometimes homesickness can lead us to feeling depressed or anxious, and it's really important for us to talk to people about how we're feeling. We can even see a counselor if we're on campus, or just talk to our friends and our family about it. Just being honest and saying that it's hard and that you're homesick. So, as I hope you have that special object with you, let's go ahead and think about some of our favorite memories of being home. It can be a memory with your parent or a family member like a grandmother or aunt or uncle. It can be your pet, remembering how it was to cuddle with them in bed at the end of the night. Could be your boyfriend or girlfriend or romantic interest that you miss, or even just your friends. So I ask you to really think about those special times, and let's think about the warmth that it brings into our heart. Because if you really focus in, you will feel that that memory warms the heart area. So let's do that now. Just calling on a very special memory. Maybe it's the holidays, you love Thanksgiving or Christmas together, and we just pull that closely. Let us call on those memories now and just really feel the warmth that they bring. We can even close our eyes or take a few deep breaths together. And let that warmth of love and connection and family and friends fill us up with reassurance that those connections are still there and they will always be there. It's so nice to call on memories to help us feel well. And in these times where we feel very alone, this is when we really want to warm our hearts. This is done, like I said, with increasing connection, maybe calling your grandparents, or just recalling memories more, looking at old photos, and even using that object to soothe you. You know, homesickness is interesting because it's not that you just feel it at one time in your life. You feel it as a child, like I said, you might feel it moving away to college, and even as an adult. I know that when I have traveled far away for long periods of time, there comes a time where I feel homesick. I miss my bed. I miss my animals. I even miss my mom, even if we don't live together. I just miss what's familiar and what's safe. So it's very, very normal, and it's a transient thing. It comes and it goes, it ebbs and it flows. So just know that it will not last forever. And you are not alone. There are so many people who feel this way too. So I'm going to spritz you with some lavender. But first, I'm wondering if I can have a sip of your tea. Is that okay? Thank you. I feel very relaxed just sitting here with you, talking and comforting you. I hope that you feel that way as well. So close your eyes, my dear, and let's just spritz you with some yummy aromatherapy, okay? All right, take a big deep breath in and out. Very good, very good. You're doing so wonderful, relaxing and pulling into your heart the warmth of things that you love and miss. And before I leave you now, I'm going to wrap you up like a little cocoon in my favorite robe. It's very warm and cozy. It even smells really good. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cocoon you up nice and tight, almost like a little baby being bundled up. And I want you to enjoy that sensation, really relax into it, and allow yourself to sort of be like a little baby again, who needs a little bit of comforting and a little bit of love and warmth. Okay, so I've got you all wrapped up. Look at this. You're so bundled up. And whenever you need to come back to this place, it's always here for you. It's always here for you. And I want you to remember that these feelings will not last forever. And that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And you're doing a wonderful job wherever you are and whatever you're doing. You are absolutely doing wonderful. Life is filled with so many difficult things sometimes, isn't it? And sometimes one of these things is homesickness and being on our own for the first time, or being away from mom and dad for the first time, or from grandma and grandpa or whoever. So remember that you are loved and that there are people who are missing you too. And over time, it will pass. And you will feel very brave and independent and also safe and grounded, okay? Thank you for letting me be here for you today. I hope that you rest well, and I hope that you be well.